All right, we are. All right, we are live. Hello, friends. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Back with many a bang, with many a note. Welcome back to the Sidepod, friends. How are we feeling? What a very nice, what a very simply lovely Miami weekend that was.
What a weekend. The first weekend straight up in the history of Formula One, where all four results for all four main sessions were held by different people.
Yes.
First ever weekend in the history of
Yes.
Formula One. Yes.
That's an interesting stat.
That I
Wow.
think sums it up in terms of
Wow.
just the amount of box office we got at the Miami Action Movie Festival.
Yeah.
This
No wonder
weekend.
they've renewed it till like
Like,
somewhat, like
yeah.
I don't know, whatever.
Seriously.
2041.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Straight up. Full on.
As-
I think Ben Sulayem added 5 years just.
Like I was
On
looking at it, and I was like,
Saturday
is this legit or am I looking
Yeah.
Just,
Plus, if the weather can also help, like
Yeah.
on
Just
Saturday, it was
incredible.
it was
like
damn
just the
good,
fact that this
Yeah.
GP and
Yeah.
GTA 6 trailer came out in the same week. It's like so much Americana at the same time. So much peak Americana at the same time.
Yeah.
But okay, smash likes if you are here, friends. Always a struggle during IPL season to get the numbers. So please
Yeah,
smash
also
likes.
Mumbai is not playing well, guys. So just come and watch our
Oh,
podcast.
Mumbai is playing over. So and guys,
Finished.
also guys, Mumbai may not be playing well, but we will be playing well in Mumbai. On 29th June, we are having screening of Austrian GP. The early bird ticket link, there's very few of them. Cheap tickets are in the description. It's on the 29th in Lower Parel. We got a nice new venue with a tasty big screen with F&B and all of that. So it's going to be fun. Check out link in description.
For a second, my tired ass was like, 1 second, the Austrian GP is in Lower Parel. What?
It is
I was so
happening.
shocked for a second.
Yes.
My stupid ass. I'm so sorry.
grandstand tickets for you.
Now available at India Bulls 1.
Well, it is the India Bulls ring.
Oh,
no.
But also just
Pay
on
money
a,
for this, guys.
on a random tangent about the Austrian Grand Prix, that's one of the few tracks in the upcoming F1 25 game, which is releasing on the 30th of this month, which they have officially licensed for you to be able to race in reverse. So you can do Austria backwards,
Oh.
which is going to be quite fun.
Yeah. Those tracks.
So, but yeah, I like there's so much happened in this race that legitimately,
This whole weekend.
had,
brother,
Yeah.
in this weekend.
exactly,
Yeah.
and so I
It's
have like
crazy.
comprehensive notes per session, which I've
Please.
like
Go
gone
for
with.
it. Mine are not as comprehensive, so go for it. Just
So first note was I also just like I think there was a lot of sus stuff that Max and Red Bull sort of got away with. Like there was the impeding situation in SQ1 where
Qualifying, yeah.
qualifying
Yeah,
where
it's
he got
important.
in the way of Stroll, was it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And it looked like one of the McLarens as well, right? Like in that braking zone.
Yeah,
at the
and
end.
and then Yuki couldn't get his lap in there as well. So there was
Yeah.
all that sort of crazy carnage happening over there. Then that insane end to SQ3, where out
Kimi
of the
Antonelli.
blue, Kimi Antonelli, my God, who saw
Incredible.
that coming?
nobody. Not my
What a-
fantasy league team for
Yeah.
sure.
What a great week for teenagers in sports, right? Like, like that kid in Rajasthan Royals. who-
Oh, yeah, Weber
yeah,
Suryavanshi.
yeah.
Like Kimi Antonelli is channeling some of that energy in Formula One at this point in time, like
Even
Hello.
Oscar Piastri was all like, what is this
And
kid
to
up
see
to?
a happy
Like with,
Toto.
I'm talking about Weber Suryavanshi.
yeah.
Also, guys, I must say that already tickets have started selling for the screening.
No,
Come
yeah.
on, what
Yeah,
multitasking!
yeah.
Watching us and
Let's
giving
go,
us
let's
money at the
go.
same time. This is
good,
too good.
Good, too
Also
good.
throw
Watching
in
us
some
and paying
super
to watch us
chats and
again.
tell us that
Yes.
you bought tickets.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so there was a Kimi Antonelli, and just the pure joy of seeing him taking his helmet off, then having the microphone
Amazing.
getting stuck, and then
Yeah.
having somebody come and disentangle.
him.
Yeah.
No,
And
first
he's like,
he went
where do I
into the
go?
wrong jagah and he's like, where do I go? And then he's like, how do I get this off?
It
Yeah.
was so enduring, and
Yeah.
also Bono had such like daddy energy.
Oh my God, full
Yeah.
on.
Fully.
Full
Yeah,
on
was
daddy
great.
/ like big brother energy,
Yeah.
like full on.
Yeah.
Too
It was
good.
so good. Like, yes, mate. Oh my God. So
Yes.
cute it was.
Well done,
Yeah.
lad.
Well done, lad. Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah.
It was the lad.
But to be fair to him, like Kimi Antonelli is showing why like all that hype train was behind
Yeah.
as well and
Yes.
everything. Like
Yes.
certainly you can tell there's much to sort of mature as a race car driver, as evidenced by literally turn one of the race.
Yeah.
Yes.
But of the sprint race. But like he's got that raw energy that when you see it at that age, it really captivates you. In fact, like that's what we loved about Max Verstappen. Any of these, like, they're literally kids,
Yeah.
like who are doing this at an elite level. So yeah, hats off to Kimi Antonelli for the whole, weekend in general.
And even
Yeah,
Toto
absolutely.
being the
Yeah, Toto
you're
was
not
so
you're not an
happy, my
Andrea
God.
today. You're just a Kimi, which is very nice. And quite
And he also said now when he was doing badly in the sprint, what did he say on the radio? Something not relevant for the race when
Oh,
he
yeah,
was
it
like
was mini
panicking.
race.
Mini race, not
Mini
relevant.
race,
Like
not
a
relevant.
full dad being like, it's
Yeah,
okay.
mini race. I now want the name changed officially to mini race.
That's what they call the Lego thing. that
Yeah,
happens.
mini
Oh
race.
yeah, what was that?
Oh, that was also
That was
insane.
too
My
funny,
God,
dude.
That was
yeah.
too good,
With
dude.
the cars
Damn
falling
good.
apart.
So at what point did that happen?
This
Before
happened in the
the
driver's
parade.
parade. This
Oh,
was
in
the
the
driver's
parade.
parade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. So I have
Can you
to.
imagine a Lego brick getting like left on the track?
Oh,
Can you
yeah. Oh,
imagine what
yeah.
that would do? Lego bricks are hardcore, dude.
Mm.
Well, I think we
One
saw
Lego
something
brick.
similar happen in Qatar last year with one
Yeah.
Lego mirror of Alex
One mirror.
Albon.
One mirror.
But also on the, I mean, plenty to talk about for Williams also this weekend. But
Fab weekend.
Amazing.
yeah,
10 on 10.
and even in sprint quali, I think Albon
Yeah,
was
they were
like
pretty
super
good.
consistent. Sainz had that one lockup in the final corner which cost him. Otherwise, he could have qualified higher as well. Also, what did we make of the liveries and helmets, BT Dubs? Any favorites?
Lando's one was very,
Lando helmet
Those
was
was
beautiful.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
really beautiful.
And was there anything like there was the Racing Bulls livery, which was all right. People
Yeah,
were going
pink.
a little
Yeah,
silly
it
over
was.
it.
Yeah.
Most of the liveries were
Pink.
quite like, bleh,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Ferrari
It
does
did
this
not
thing,
do
no?
anything.
Ferrari in blue and white doesn't work for
Dude,
me.
yeah,
It
that's-
just feels, I'm like, who are those people? Like,
I'm like, listen, if I see HP in white and blue, I'm thinking
You know,
Williams
that's also
2000.
what the pit crew said this week. Who are these people?
It's
What is
true.
happening?
Save the T for the end.
Saving it. Saving it.
So then we had sprint quali. Then we had the sprint itself, which begins with straight up.
which was amazing.
No, first begins with Leclerc in the wall on the way
Yes.
to the track, straight up.
Yeah.
Which is again like so why did that happen? Was it like him trying to push too hard?
No, so
or-
basically
No,
on one of the build-up laps onto the track, he went out. I think everybody went out on wets, and
he went
out
on dry.
inters.
Yeah.
He went on
Inters.
inters.
Okay.
Inters, and it was at that time very wet, and like down that, not the back straight, the other straight, like went and hit the wall.
But that aborted start was necessary because, man, that first rain that spray was
Oh
something.
yeah, that was
That
crazy.
spray was
Yeah,
something.
crazy.
Yeah, especially on like
And-
these windy, like really fast-paced street
Yeah.
circuits.
Yeah.
Like it's insane.
Yeah.
And again, बिचारा Kimi is just like, भाई कुछ नहीं दिख रहा safety car के पीछे. भाई बहुत फट रही है वानो भैया.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then at the start of the race, we had the very conspicuously disappearing Verstappen grid position thing. So again, like as far as I can tell, they didn't show us a replay or
They didn't show
a
us the-
position.
They showed a
of-
replay.
I mean, they showed a replay.
but
The
they showed
side,
the
yeah.
angle.
Yeah.
Was like the onboard overhead camera and
Yeah.
not really.
They didn't show like
Yeah.
an objective view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, also there was no one tattling about it on the grid. So because usually, if they're 1 inch ahead, also some Norris is going to be like, hey, excuse me, I can see.
Oh yeah.
One Russell would have seen for sure. And
This time
Max
also
himself,
Max-
dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Even during the race, he was like there's some safety car.
Yeah, yeah,
whatever, yellow
George,
flag,
George.
and
Did he
Yeah,
lift?
George. Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
he
George
lifts
lifts
the
and all.
yellow flag, and he's like 4 seconds ahead or something like that at
Like,
that
yeah,
point
yeah,
down
तू
the road.
तेरा
But he's
देखना मतलब.
like, yeah,
उसका नहीं चल रहा है ना इसलिए आगे
हाँ,
देख रहा है.
वो
yeah,
fair.
Can't do much.
on the
Uh,
weekend that he became a dad.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
on the weekend
yes.
became a
Yeah,
dad.
yeah.
Congratulations, Max Verstappen.
Yes.
Congratulations to Max Verstappen and Kelly Piquet.
Yes.
Like as Christian Horner, I think sort of mentioned in some interview somewhere that if like this was a race horse, like it would be like the
Yeah.
best bred race horse in the world, with the kind
Yeah.
of genes that it has, Yeah,
But
let's see.
yeah, in quali, of course, Verstappen on the week that he became father, showing that bap hota hai, getting this thing. But sorry, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Sprint race going
Yeah.
reasonably smooth. First 12 laps, lap 13. Bhai,
Yeah.
what the actual fuck? What is going on?
Yeah.
Like I was the thing is, so I've downloaded most of this stuff and I've just watched most of the race weekend on flights. And
Okay.
I've just had flights with people next to me going, "Ye kya ho raha hai? What is this man doing? Why is he shouting and screaming on this flight?" Like the Verstappen Antonelli contact in the pit lane was just
Yeah, what was that?
Insane.
insane. Like, I mean, and I suppose this is why, like, the best example of why they call it unsafe release because of how
Yeah.
incredibly unsafe that could have
Yeah.
been.
Yeah.
And the presence of mind that boy showed to just be like, okay, turn away, go straight, get out. Because if he commits to that pit
Yeah.
over there, like, that's the pit crew wiped out, dude. It
He's
was-
coming in at 80 kilometers an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just imagine a regular car coming in at 80
Yeah,
kilometers
exactly.
an hour.
Yeah.
That's pretty freaking fast.
Yeah, we forget how
Crazy.
slow like how fast
80,
it looks.
80,
Yeah, it
80
looks so
is,
slow.
like,
Slow it looks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks.
Yeah, but sit in a
But
Wagon-R
in-
here.
Yeah,
on
and back
Western
in the day,
Express
so
Highway at
many
80.
Dude,
Like
of
feel
your
the
sometimes-
thrill of life.
Dude, sometimes those cabbies like Uber guys in the Wagon-R, right? They get on a ceiling, and it's
Yeah.
the only not
Yeah,
dug
time.
road in Bombay, right? It's the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
not
yeah.
dug road. So it is the only time they get to fully accelerate,
Yeah.
Yes.
and they
Fourth
get this
gear.
slightly crazed look in their eyes. Okay, and then the car starts doing this
Yes.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It starts doing this thing, and I'm just like, stop, please.
You're like, please stop, put the crank, add little front downforce, and now continue. Man.
But back in the day with the lollipop men, you used to see so many times they'd go flying, when they couldn't
Yeah.
stop.
Oh,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
it was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, again, Red Bull have had a lot of these issues. I think the pit lane issues, we had this before, right? Where the machine was
Yes.
not turning
Yeah,
green
yeah.
or
Saudi.
whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this was just a like error on the part of whoever was doing it to think that they could do it. And again, like there was a lot of conversation of like being clear that this is not Max's fault and he cannot see the car coming because he's literally surrounded by 15 people himself. And it was just clear team error. So I think
Yeah, full on. Like when
I
he
think they
peeled
were
away,
just
also he was
desperate.
just like, "Come on,
come on,
man."
guys.
Mm, yeah,
It
yeah,
wasn't even like
exactly.
this thing. He was
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
"Come on, man." Like,
What are you guys
Like-
doing?
Basics.
Yeah.
Basics. Then we had also Liam Lawson. Guys, I've decided I don't like Liam Lawson.
Hey, you and Red Bull both.
He needs to go here. Please sack Liam Lawson. Why? Perfectly nice. Alonso is driving. I mean, Alonso spun himself in the race. A different story. But why you are spinning him out again?
And this Alonso thing has been going on
Yeah.
for way too long with Lawson.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, wherever there's panga happening on track with Lawson, there's Alonso around for some reason, and it feels unnecessary, but it's entertaining. Especially since Alonso is literally having the worst
Yes.
Yeah.
start of a season right
Ever.
now, like ever, probably. That car definitely looks like the slowest car on
that
the grid.
car is a
Yeah.
disaster.
it's just
like,
Right
really,
now,
really
yeah,
bad.
Alonso
Yeah.
and
Like-
Aston Martin very much
Yeah.
like Dhoni and CSK this season.
Yeah. No, but
The
guys,
idea.
I'm sorry. All right.
Very much.
You all have mocked me many times for using the words Rain Master Stroll. And may I say yet again, in a wet sprint race, Stroll puts it in what? P5? P6 was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. You're right.
Rainmaster, dude, he's 10th in the Drivers'
can argue?
Championship. Put some respect on Stroll's name.
You
You
know
all
what?
right?
You're right. Fair enough.
Who
Fair
can
enough.
argue with this?
Fair enough. Who
This
can
is
argue with the
facts.
numbers?
Yeah, like
Who
he's
can argue with the numbers?
legitimately top half. He's the top in the top 10 drivers in this in this league.
In this year.
Yeah.
And you've never
That's
seen him in the
incredible.
top 10. Just
Top
you
10,
imagine
yeah.
the skill it takes to be top 10
yeah.
without ever being in the top 10. It's wild. I think that's called nepotism. But
But yes, put respect on that name, which is. So I say, guys, follow
Lawrence
the Sidepod
Stroll.
because you will hear sentences that you will never hear
yeah.
outside of plus this glorious podcast. Like, put respect on Lance Stroll's name,
little respect, some respect.
the Rain Master.
Then we had Ollie Behrman also had a great drive, man, in
Good
the
drive,
sprint.
yeah.
Yeah.
Finished
Yeah.
what in the points from dead last
Eighth?
or like yeah.
But that is also because some penalties happened, right? The sprint race results were
Oh yeah. So
again,
many penalties.
Published
all
quite late.
all over the
Yeah.
place as well because of lots of track penalties and
So it was
everything.
Max Verstappen penalty for I'm assuming it was for the unsafe release. Then there
Yeah.
was the Albon penalty for I think driving too
Yeah.
slow under safety
Yeah.
car, which is very ironic because he
There was
giving
somebody who got
Russell
speeding
shit
in the
for it.
pit lane as well.
Sonoda.
Yeah, somebody got speeding. Yeah, Sonoda
Yuki.
got speeding in the
Yeah.
pit lane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
again,
lots of
Yuki, just tough weekend for him, got screwed with the SQ3, but finished in the points in the race. Did he not? Yeah, he
Sprint
just
race.
finished
Yeah,
now
yeah,
by
just-
point
Just
1.17.
managed. Yeah.
Managed to get
Yeah.
it in the race. And imagine we've got this far, we've got 16 minutes into this stream, and we haven't even managed to speak
Reached the
about
race.
the people who actually won these races, which is the McLarens.
Yeah.
You just felt
I mean,
it.
amazing.
Tell us,
Yeah.
Arjun. Give us the
Look,
McLaren perspective.
I know as racing fans right now, it is probably boring to see this level of dominance, right? Like in the race, they were like miles.
No.
They were in a different pin code.
No.
I don't think it's boring.
Nice.
It's nice.
Nice. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
Hey,
sure.
man.
As long as it's
Bro,
not
You know
as
what?
long
Like,
as
if it
it's not another car that's
Hang on.
dominating.
We have
Yeah,
come
yeah.
off. We have come off a season where a guy dominated like
Yeah.
21 of 24.
Yeah.
Not even a team, a
Yeah.
guy.
Guy,
Okay.
yeah.
So the fact that in this
Yeah.
season, in like what, it's been what, 6 races now,
Six
7 races,
Yeah. Six
we have
races.
seen like
5 of
this
them.
McLaren narrative play out first as, oh my God, it's McLaren, it's
Yeah.
doing it. Oh my
Yeah.
God, it's doing it too. Oh my God, Lando's doing it. To oh my God, Lando's not doing it. To oh my God, Oscar's doing it. This is a lot to happen. A lot of plot
Yeah.
development to happen over 6 races.
100%. And I'm obviously, as a McLaren fan, I hope this performance run continues. And I'm like, constantly thinking about like, are we seeing the McLaren dynasty come back and whatever? You can fantasize, guys. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
100%, dude.
fans of teams like McLaren and Williams who haven't seen massive success, over the last, I'd say 2 decades consistently, this is like a really
Manchester
big moment,
United.
Yeah.
Why you had to
Also,
bring this up?
3
I was enjoying my stream.
back-to-back
Sorry.
wins
Yeah.
na, after what 93 or something.
Yeah.
After
Yeah,
like
some-
exactly.
And
like,
guys,
it's-
that boy is a shark, okay?
Yes.
After
That boy
Pias-Three,
is a straight up shark.
if you had put like obviously at the start of the season going in, he wasn't one of the favorites. He was like, I think all the betting money was on Lando Norris. But right now, who would put money on any driver other than Oscar Piastri for the World Championship? Like the way in which he has swung this whole thing around is incredible, and like it shows on the track. The overtake on Verstappen,
Oh,
getting
Oh.
Verstappen to make a mistake
Yeah.
probably has got to be one of the top 0.1 percentile of most difficult things to achieve in Formula One. Getting Verstappen rattled enough to make not judge his braking perfectly or whatever. And the way in which he did that was insane. You saw literally a few laps after that, Lando Norris was there. It took him ages
Yeah.
to do the
And
same
that's the thing. He
So,
doesn't get like so Norris. Like I think Verstappen also with him sort of smells blood. He knows he can
Yeah.
bully
It's
Norris.
a bit of a
Yeah,
mind
yeah.
game. Yeah.
Yeah,
it is
yeah, yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Like-
Totally, but Piastri has no such baggage whatsoever.
No.
You know, he's
And
like,
also
look,
no fear. Like you
Yeah.
can see he's fearless and he's calm. The two things that
Over.
like I think that
funnily enough,
combination
is
is
the-
just like
Embodiment of simply lovely in a way.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like he's
yeah.
actually the embodiment
No
of that.
fuss.
No
Yeah,
fuss.
Like,
Like just simply lovely.
Just wins
Yeah,
the race.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, guys, good job.
Yeah, cool. Good
End,
stuff.
end of radio message.
Yeah. Just done for the day, guys.
Yeah.
It's
Just-
incredible. So,
But on the other side, you look at Lando, and again, in the key battles, he keeps losing out. It's like, if you were this Miami Grand Prix was also the end of like the first 6 races. So like 25% of the season is over now, right?
Yeah.
And a good chance to review like a chunk of the season or whatever. And I think Lando will come out looking at this as like so many clear improvements to make on track, not anywhere else. Like literally, it's all on track where it's going away from him. He's got the best car clearly, got all of that, but the errors are just showing too glaringly. Like, and then it's hard not to then, like, when the inevitable battle will happen with Oscar Piastri, guess who's going to have the upper hand?
yeah, for
Oscar
sure.
Piastri,
And
you know.
even in the if you go like even though we're jumping ahead to the like main race, if you look at the final interviews where he was asking Lando about how his race went and all that, and
Yeah.
Lando just had this thing of, oh, Max is Max, either you overtake or you
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
And then there was the little shot, like there was a reel or something that I saw of just
Yeah.
Piastri's expression where he said
Yeah.
the Max is Mac
Oh,
and
yeah,
Piastri just
yeah,
turned and
yeah.
he was like, नहीं मेरो इतना problem नहीं था. It was literally him being like कि yeah मतलब it's fine, this is
Yeah.
racing, man. I
Yeah.
mean
Yeah,
it's I think he's creating this little bit of I don't know if it's self-deprecation or where he's trying to he sees himself as like a victim of some situation right now where it feels like
Yes.
it's the world against me. And he
It's
feels
Max Verstappen versus him.
and
No,
the
but I
world's
also feel like-
expectations.
No, but
I think it's
yeah.
the world's expectations because the sense I
Yeah.
get from all his talks are very like, I'm letting myself and
Yes.
everybody down.
I should have done
Down,
better.
Really hard
Yeah,
right now,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like I'm very, but it's a very sort
Yeah.
of like I'm sad pointing finger at myself versus I just hope that like solutions coming because
Yeah.
otherwise, yeah, like you said, I think it's like at this rate, like 5 more races and it's very clearly one number one driver in this team.
Oh, for
I
sure.
think it's
Very
already
clearly.
pretty clear. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
but I
that's
feel
what
like
I
they're
think is
gonna be a
making
little
it worse
soft
for
about it.
him. Yeah, but that's what's making it worse because I think he's seeing it, but he's like now like accepting it is the question where it's like, no, this is not like because he lost the championship last year and was all
Yeah.
like, this is my year now, and now his
Hmm.
teammate is better than him, and it's just like
Heavy.
now it's not just
Right.
Max, it's Max and Oscar,
Yeah.
which is like.
I think it's hitting him now that the last year may have been his best shot, and
Yeah.
the key mistakes he made in certain races really cost
Yeah.
him at the end. And I
Cost
think
him.
it's sort of hitting him now. Like fuck this Piastri, it just does not miss. He
But I kind of
just
feel
is,
like, I wouldn't want to discount him because I kind of feel like the on track stuff is of all of the things, the one that as a racing driver, you kind of know the path to how to fix, like whether it's the consistency, it's all the mental stuff, which is
Right.
all of this is pressure, right? Like all elite athletes feel are skill wise, I like the
Oh, yeah, of
separation
course.
is like in the 0.1% or whatever. And if you tell them like, oh yeah, this is how you brake later this way, if you do the on track stuff, like figure it out step by step process wise, you can see that improvement. But it's like this stuff which you're talking about, which is like, when the battle is there with Max Verstappen and he is on the outside, Max is always going to win.
yeah.
Like if Max Verstappen is on the inside, has the inside line, he is, regardless of whether you are ahead of the apex or whatever, like,
Yeah.
you can
But
do.
I think he's developed a bit of a complex with Max, where he's
Yeah,
unable to break
exactly.
out
Yeah.
of that Max
Yeah.
fear of like
That
he's gonna
needs
either
some
push me off
ayahuasca
or
trip or
Yeah.
something.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
And Max,
So-
Max is also like he's the shark as well. Like he
Yeah,
senses
and
the
Yeah.
weakness.
he
He
also
senses
Yeah.
knows
Of
when to
course.
bully
Easy
him
peasy.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like so,
yeah,
it's constant, but also I think more than just now it's more than Max. I think it started with Max, and last year we saw this whole Max's shadow, and he was like, oh my god, oh my god. But now I think with Oscar, there are other
Yeah.
things in his mind where he's like, now even my teammate is beating me, or
Yeah.
like this guy, we have the best car, but this guy is way superior, so there's no chance I'm gonna win. And that guy is on another level of zen. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like when you hear him on the radio, you're just like, is he like racing or is he like chilling? Because he's just like, yeah, okay, cool, yeah, it's cool,
Like he
yeah, it's
sounds like
alright,
he's
yeah.
answering a call while he's like dragging a grocery cart
Yeah,
down an aisle at
yeah,
a supermarket.
exactly.
Right? Like,
Yeah, like he's so like,
I don't,
yes,
yeah, I
okay.
guess. Ooh, Frosties.
And this guy is frantic, like so I think unfortunately that is what's given Oscar this upper hand, because they have a great car, but it's that the calmness, the fearlessness that he's got, where he's like, I'm not backing down for anyone, like I'm gonna do
Yeah.
this, is kind of
It's
where
amazing to watch. Yeah. Like I am all down for like an Australian world champion who is not Daniel Ricciardo
Yes.
or Mark Webber or all the previous ones that we thought, like, as there was so
Yeah.
much expectation on all of that. Like this guy is just like soaking in the moment. He's there. He got out of the car, did like some little shuffle. Apparently, he lost like some bet
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
some
yeah.
guy or
Yeah,
Such
whatever.
a-
He's like
yeah.
so
Yeah.
chill. Like he's like whatever, like. So I think it's a really exciting driver
It's
to
not a
have in the
coincidence that his
championship.
initials are OP.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Oh, ho, ho,
Wow,
ho.
wow, wow,
Oh,
wow.
ho, ho, ho. All right, that's right. We have been the Sidepod. Thank you for watching. On that bombshell.
Yes. So, but yeah, I mean, on the battle.
How have we not come to the story of the year though?
Especially since you did mention people who are frantic on the radio, Sherry.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a very natural
that
segue.
was your
Wait, wait,
cue.
wait.
That
We
was
have
your
a
cue.
very
That
natural
was the-
segue.
Sorry, I
Them
just want to
all
wrap up
timers.
I just want to wrap up the Max racing battles, because I thought Max, like his defense while he was doing it against Oster was spectacular until he made the mistake. Like
Really good.
he just
Yeah.
he knew every time where it has to be inside, outside.
Superb.
And again, it's that thing of like it feels like he has more just respect for what Oscars can do to him, where he's like, okay, I'm going to be
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
careful about
Yeah.
what I do to this fucker. Whereas
Yeah.
Lando is like, little, you go off track, no little,
Yeah,
come,
yeah,
come,
yeah.
go now.
Like very like
Friendly Coney.
Yeah,
Like yeah.
That's literally. Then Lando's like, teacher, he's annoying me.
yeah.
Ben Sulaim uncle.
मैक्स ने कैंची लेके मेरा बाल काटा like,
But it was a good weekend in general for all different types of racecraft and overtaking.
Yes.
Like there were some really
Yeah.
decent
Very
overtakes.
Oh, dude, for
Oscar
me.
did that. Like,
yes. Go ahead.
yeah, Oscar's overtake in the
Yes.
sprint
Yeah.
on
Yes.
like before that DRS zone, like that
Yeah.
was really, really good.
For me, the
there was a
moment
great
was.
Hamilton Behrman
Yeah.
battle.
Yeah. For me, like the most awesome moment, just for pure Williams fan, was like
Oh,
within
yes.
that one moment where it's the Albon
yes.
overtake and the Sainz switchback on
Sainz
Leclerc.
Synchronized
Oh,
overtake.
Yeah,
Synchronized
that's
overtake.
great.
Oh,
that
beautiful.
was so good. Like such
That was
great
beautiful.
overtakes, both
But-
of them.
Also, the
Uh,
tires, I think, with the sprint, the fact that they had to all decide on when to change, and there
Yeah.
was some
Yeah.
racecraft which finally we were like, okay,
Yeah.
then people were actually benefiting on.
I know why you're prioritizing the sprint, Sherry.
I mean, the
One
sprint, of
driver
course.
specifically benefited from
Yeah.
changing.
But
tires
even,
at the
I mean,
time.
honestly,
Sherry, no one cares about the mini race, okay?
the mini race, it's all irrelevant.
That's not the main
Irrelevant
story
mini
here.
race.
The irrelevant mini race. But no, I'm saying generally that like the sprint was just so exciting, start to finish.
yeah.
Mhm.
It was very good. No, but again, Lewis getting the job done in sprint somehow. Both
Yeah,
podiums
totally.
on the sprint only.
Yeah.
Has he been on the
Yeah,
podium in an
yeah,
actual
yeah,
race
yeah.
yet? No.
No, not
No.
yet.
So yeah,
Both
getting the
sprint.
job done in the sprint.
So basically, it just goes to show that when involvement of wall is minimal, Ferrari wall is minimal.
Yeah.
Ferrari car can do
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
When
yeah.
involvement of Ferrari wall is more, Ferrari car
Oh my
cannot do
God.
things.
But for once, they got the strategy right. Where I
Oh,
thought they're
once.
gonna, when he was asking, I was like, okay, they're gonna wait too long, and that
Yeah.
window's gonna go, and he's gonna lose out. Like,
But they did it on the wrong day.
Yes.
Like the problem
Yeah.
is
That they did it
they
for
did it on-
once.
for
That they did
once
it for
and
once.
only in
Once
the
and
weekend.
only.
Once
They're
and
like,
only it was
ye
done
mahine
and
ka
then
ho gaya.
हो गया अभी.
ho gaya. Then it was, we will come back to you,
Yes.
guys.
I think
We
the
are working on
learning,
this.
the
Yeah.
learning from this race was the only thing worse than having two race-winning drivers in first and second is having them
Yeah.
in seventh and eighth. Because has this ever? Can we think of like two proper who could be legit championship contenders?
Yeah.
Being stuck in like a very midfield car at the same time. When's
Yeah.
the last time
Yeah,
you
I
think
rem-
that?
I
I mean,
remember.
Ferrari to an extent, but they would still be
I
fourth, fifth.
remember very
Yeah.
clearly as a McLaren fan, it was
McLaren,
it was
yes.
like shattering. Jensen Button and Fernando
Fernando
Alonso.
Alonso, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was a
Yeah,
proper
that
train
time,
wreck.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
That
was
is
a
two
bad
world champions
Yeah, that
in the
was
same-
yeah, that's true.
That is why this performance feels so much better. To have been there at that moment.
That's when
with two
Alonso's
world
bitterness
champions.
started brewing, and it's just never stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alonso
Yeah,
was
it was
fully given
shattering.
up.
Yeah.
He's-
Yeah,
yeah,
but this
like,
is
he's
Alonso's
like-
in full notice period, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, "Nui wui chodo, main ja raha hai, main
Like,
like,
he doesn't even have any reaction when he crashes, nothing anymore. He's like, I don't give a shit anymore. Like,
He's
I
like,
just,
oh, of
like,
course.
huh,
Of
cool.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Earlier, like until two races ago, still there was sarcasm.
The
something,
sarcasm.
yeah.
Something,
Now, so he's
yeah.
like, "Kuch nahi." He's like, just chalo.
Or it's so much gali that they can't broadcast it anymore. It's one of
Ha.
those.
That,
Or
yeah,
it's that.
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's just spitting bars at them relentlessly.
Man, but so okay, so then we have the
main
race,
event.
the main event.
The main event of the
Oh.
main event.
Time for some tea.
Oh, yeah,
Man.
time. Kerry,
That
would you
was
like to
just-
begin?
God.
Would you like to begin?
The first 20 laps of the race were amazing.
Oh,
Yeah,
Really.
yeah. Oh,
And like
It's-
first
I-
20
full on.
laps
I
was-
honestly thought
yeah.
I'm gonna watch the start and then go to sleep, and I was like, "Chala," and
Yeah.
like 1.5 hours in, and I'm like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
I have to sleep or wake up early. What's
Yeah.
happening? Like, I can't
Yeah.
stop." It was so good.
Yeah, first 20 laps
Incredible.
was really, really good. Yeah.
Full enjoyed.
Yeah, but then
And
the Ferrari team radio.
Then
My God.
second half, basically, yeah, that's
Mute.
literally actually exactly what
Mute.
happened. I think you had the first 20 laps, and then the
Yeah,
race
which
sort of
was
settled into this very
Yeah.
predictable
Yeah.
rhythm after that. Oscar, to
Little
his
bit,
credit, to say in brief again, he
Yeah.
fucked off, right? Like
Off
he
by
literally he
Yeah.
pulled a max and he was like,
Yeah,
"You
yeah.
guys don't have to show me on broadcast."
Yeah.
I'm off. And then Ferrari took it upon themselves to go. This race has now settled into a predictable rhythm and is
Let's
going
make
to
it
end
repeat
one
next-
way.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
now time for the sitcom.
yeah.
It is
Oh my
now time
God.
for the sitcom. And then what a
Literally
sitcom
an
it was.
episode of the Italian Office. Right?
Oh my God,
It's just that
literally,
meme now with the
Yeah,
Ferrari
yeah.
and all the clowns on the. It was literally that.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
that. Yeah.
Oh,
And I think the CEO was also there or something.
Mm.
Like, like while the boss is in the room, like this was happening. It was shambolic. Like,
Okay.
and obviously at the end of the day, it didn't seem as if the pace of the car was even there
yeah.
Oh,
to
yeah, for sure.
begin with. Like it was clearly 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth fastest team. Like
Yes.
Albon finished ahead of the Ferraris.
Of them. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Mm.
it's not like they had the
And
performance and
Sainz
then
was
to
1.5 behind, and
Yeah, and Sainz
yeah,
got very
exactly.
unlucky
Yeah,
with the
very
VSC
unlucky.
restart. Yeah.
totally, yeah. So I mean, it's not like they had the performance on
Yeah.
track, and then you
Yeah.
add all the comedy of the team radio, which, to be fair to Lewis Hamilton, this was god tier level of like shithousery
Oh,
on the
fully.
Full
radio. Like it is.
Why don't you go and make a
have
cup of tea then?
Tea while you're
Why
at
don't you
it.
go and make a
Is
cup of tea? Yeah.
next
and then
level.
the end,
Oh,
the last
yeah.
line was
Like,
even better, right? Where he said,
yeah,
"Sainz
should I
1.5
buy-
He's
yeah,
like,
should
"Should
I-
I let him buy too?"
Oh my god. That
Just
is
imagine
some-
Ferrari being like, let's
Ricky
save
Gervais.
Sainz.
Let's see if he can give you a toe.
This Ferrari, dude, if I was them, I would also give it back. It would be like, देख भाई, वो इधर ही कंपनी में काम करता था, ठीक है, 1 साल पहले तक.
ठीक है.
Yeah.
उससे हो रहा है, तेरे से काय को नहीं हो रहा है. Because I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
there was that peak
I'm supposed to
moment
be
of
the
slightly cringe humiliation comedy when he's like, why not letting me through? I'll catch him. Okay, fine, go
Yeah.
through. Hey guys,
Yeah.
I'm not able to catch him.
Able to
catch him.
But again, I think they took too much time to
Too
make
long.
that
Okay,
decision.
they did. They
Yeah,
cooked his
Still.
tires for 3-4 laps. Yeah, chalo.
Yeah.
nahin. It's not his fault.
Sustainable
He gave
team.
us-
They cook their own tires for their own fight in their own this thing, involving no other team. It's a completely closed loop. It's beautiful.
But listen, can you think of any better way for HP in their special livery to have got more footage than this? This is all planned, guys. It's strategy.
Full on.
Yeah.
Ferrari team. And you know what? I think Ferrari and HP is perfect, like co-branding, because I have sitting next to me right now an HP desk jet printer.
Right, exactly. yeah.
Right now.
Yes.
And it is just straight up one of the most mediocre ass pieces of technology that I have ever owned, carried only by a historic legacy of being a name in the market. And it just does not work in any way, shape, or form as you want. So they were meant to be.
No, it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
I will
Every time I
expand
ask you
on
to
that.
print, it's like, let me come back to you.
Yes, let
see.
me.
Is there
Let
enough
me.
ink?
Yes, is there? Yes. Sorry, I know you want a black and white, but there is no cyan.
Yeah.
So now fuck off
Yeah.
and ask Blinkit to print your prints.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I will expand on
Why
this
you
analogy,
printing?
which is that
Anymore.
Yeah. Why?
that it will perform on all the days of no consequence when you're
Correct.
just like, yeah, I just did. But the day
Yeah,
before
yes.
your visa application,
100%.
suddenly we are checking.
Gone. Yes, we are checking to sort.
Have you tried
Yes, yes.
aligning your print head? Or-
No, the essentially as I take as part of the visa fee now,
Yeah.
this thing that before the application I will have to buy a new printer.
Yes.
Like
Printer
just as
cartridge
part
or
of not
printer
cartridge, a
itself.
printer,
Oh, no, this is
a
a printer,
printer
that's
cartridge.
how-
Don't talk
printer.
shit.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah,
cats,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
HP
Yeah.
printers love cat hair so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
You
that's
just
true.
want it inside them at all times.
Yeah. This is it's bringing upgrades basically.
Yes,
every
yes.
time.
It is bringing upgrades. Yes, but it's having a cup of
Ferrari
tea
really
while
needs
bringing
to,
them.
Like, I mean, it is
I,
also
I
becoming
love how we have gone from shitting on Ferrari to shitting on HP print.
Because I can't get in touch with customer care. This is the only option I have.
This is exactly what Lewis Hamilton is saying while driving also.
Yeah.
I wish I could get in touch with the people who built this car, but now I have to talk to these idiots instead.
Yeah. And you made it cyan also. It's still not working.
Oh man. That was just, it was box office. Like every time it would just keep getting worse with
It
every
better-
message.
Yeah. Like I was just
It
like,
is an issue,
at
man,
what
like-
point?
I
Yeah,
mean, in that,
and
like,
this
this is a
is-
big season.
The
Yeah,
honeymoon
Lewis
is clearly
Hamilton.
over. Like the honeymoon is
Yeah.
so clearly over, right? Like
Yeah.
that we are agreed upon.
So, but most teams that have competitive drivers, it'll be driver versus driver. But this is both drivers versus team. You know,
Yes.
like
Yeah,
so they are
yes.
actually very united in the
100%.
fact that both of them don't want to be there.
Yeah, I think eventually there's going to be a news story that there's been this shocking incident at the Ferrari factory where Charles and Lewis have unionized. There's a union of two, and they have decided to seek better
हमारी
work
मांगे पूरी
conditions.
करो.
We don't even want more wages. We just want better work conditions.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we will not participate.
Says, and best chat is Neil Ramani in chat saying press K1 to make printer work. Oh man. Oh wow. Apparently the HP collab livery will also be there till 2041.
Really?
Oh,
No.
Oh man.
yay.
No.
Damn.
No.
I mean, I cannot
think
verify this, but
Yeah.
this is
I
something that is
definitely
in chat.
think that they'll probably change it. Yeah.
We had a couple of super chats. Sai Krishna saying, eager to hear Sherry's words of wisdoms about Hamilton radio shenanigans. Another week of double points for Williams. Yes, I think we have addressed both. Then we have Dominic who says Oscar while taking McLaren team photo post race hides Lando behind himself. Also Red Bull mechanic Andy going back to Aston Martin after Miami last race. Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah, Red Bull, the wheels are slowly looking like they're
There's
falling off. Huh?
a lot of rumors now that George is going to swap with Max. As in,
Oh.
yeah, like a lot of rumors I've been reading about that.
George is going to swap with Max.
As in, basically, they'll
Ah.
he'll come to Red Bull and Max is gonna go to Mercedes. Apparently, that there's a lot of chatter happening that this is
But
realistic.
no offense, what's so great about the Mercedes?
I mean, at this point, I guess it's better than also Newey is left. Also, there's so much shit happening in the team, right? Internally, they are a mess.
Fair.
So I
You want to
think,
get away from that house
yeah,
fire.
I think
Yeah.
he's just.
But
like,
why are we sending
not-
George into the house fire? Like, I
because,
understand Max's
To act- to
desire
act-
to
to
leave the
accelerate
house
it.
fire.
Because these guys aren't gonna let go of Kimi. Kimi is the
Yeah.
next big thing for them. So the only
Fair.
option was George, and then George is like, where else can I go? And he goes there because there is no other option realistically. I mean, like in terms of in the top tier 3, 4
Not the
teams.
magnificent Ferrari.
And I mean that there's a lot of chatter. Also that what Cola Pinto is coming in place of
Oh, yeah,
this
of
guy.
Doohan.
Yeah,
Jack Doohan.
yeah,
Apparently,
because
like,
some
effective
sponsor leaked
immediately.
it
Oh,
or
it's done?
whatever.
Apparently.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
the sponsor leaked it. No, it was supposed to be later, but then one
Yeah.
of the sponsors already
Doohan
leaked
also
it, so
very
now they might as
unlucky
well do it.
this
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate for him. Again, Lawson ends Doohan's career also. He's just not good, this Lawson. Just send him away.
Crash
I don't
Paglu.
like him. I don't crash Paglu.
But it's crazy how a season makes that difference. Like last time he was all like he was the
Yeah.
shit, right? Like he was doing well. Everyone else was like, and now suddenly it's all just gone like,
Yeah.
Too much Hirogiri, as my mother
yeah.
would say.
And then there were lots of also, I read another article which was his Lewis Hamilton, the new Danny Rick.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's
Oof.
actually a great
Oof.
parallel now.
Yeah, like
Oof.
where like he's in that
Leaving the wrong team at the
leaving
wrong
the wrong
time.
team at the wrong time, and also
Oof.
kind of in this struggle of just
Becoming
not
more
being able
influencer
to
than
get
driver.
that. Yeah, but as in the sense of not be able to crack it at all in this car because this car is definitely not working for anyone. Like it's not like Charles is doing
Exactly.
extremely well and
Yeah.
it's just not
Yeah.
working. So, like, was this the right decision or is this kind of gonna like?
But
be the
isn't
worst
it? Yeah,
decision?
it's insane, right? So apparently, Ferrari towards the end of the season had more points than any team, including
Last year.
McLaren
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
And the fact that they went from there where everyone thought, okay, Ferrari
Yeah.
upward trajectory,
Yeah.
and then they've just got this so wrong.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, we were at this point in the season where it was
Last-
sheer Red Bull dominance until this point,
Yeah,
and then
fair.
it all like suddenly
It
few
literally
upgrades.
changed at Miami.
It
Yeah,
changed
it
at
Yeah,
did,
Miami.
yeah.
You know, Lando winning his first race there.
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
Apparently-
they have been talking about upgrades
Yeah.
now, saying that they will have upgrades coming.
Apparently,
up and
that
stuff.
front wing Red Bull car, they're going to have something by Barcelona, which is going to be, they say, something that's going to help a lot. Which
Yeah.
again, I think Max has been having that same. So Max hates the understeer. And it's a clearly very understeery car in the low speed, particularly. So
Yeah.
something that's going to be helping them.
And
to
he had a
fix
new
that.
floor here also, na? Yuki didn't. He
Yeah,
had a
Yuki
new
did not
floor.
have the new
Yeah.
floor yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
But at
So,
least
I
I'm
mean,
happy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
guess
I
it
wouldn't
will
write
get
off
better.
Lewis at this point in time.
No.
For sure.
Not
Like
yet,
I
but
feel
as
like
in
it's too early
terms
to
of-
think about it like
It's too early.
in the
Yeah.
Danny Rick
Yeah.
situation, because also like the most success that a Ferrari like driver has had, he's had more podiums this year than
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
others, you know, like when the
that's true.
situation arises and like that, I feel like he's currently just not comfortable with the car, but give him some of these like changing conditions and things like that, then where the car's performance or getting to grips with the car at like an almost ideal dry tire level is not the biggest factor, then you can see that like he still got it, you know, in
Yeah,
terms of
yeah.
like putting in the lap times, making the overtakes and all of that.
Yeah.
So let's see, like maybe if, like Ferrari, this whole thing is like it obviously if you were the management of Ferrari, you brought in this 7-time world champion into your team, but right now, 25% way through the season, you are the 5th fastest team with all of this expectation or whatever. I would imagine wheels and chairs will be turning everywhere and like, you know, to get the
Yeah.
performance back up. So let's see like what the European leg of the season now getting into it will hold, you know, for them.
Yeah. So people are saying, so VR4234 in the chat says the Spain flexi wing regulation is apparently going to slow down McLaren and the Mercs, and that will help the Red Bull.
That's what everybody, the rumor mill is about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But obviously, Andrea Stella and Zach Brown have been like, "Nahin, nahin, kuch nahi hone wala. It's going to be fine for them and everything." Let's see.
Yeah. You know what they should do now? They should change the regulations 3 times a season.
Acha.
Acha.
Just build new car
That's
3
it.
times. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that event,
one of them is the
Azeem, that
Lego
is
car.
called the Red Bull Soapbox
one of
Race.
them is
It's
the-
very good fun. It happened in Hyderabad. It was very nice. You can come for that.
Yeah.
Very
So
fun.
like
cute
you're
event.
you're
You make the
allowed to
Lego car, you
redevelop like
make the
one
Lego.
entire part
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
3 times a season. I think it would be fun.
Yeah.
Kapil Ramani saying Sainz smoothly haunting Ferrari, and he says Arjun Ravi fan, very nice.
Oh,
Kapil.
Uh-huh.
one guy. Hey, thanks, Kapil. Love you, bro. Yeah, love you back, dude.
But dude, I loved the Sainz Hail Mary on the last corner where he
Oh,
decided,
yeah. Oh,
Chalo,
yeah.
why
Yeah,
not?
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go
yeah.
for
Why
it.
not?
Like Lewis
Yeah,
just
yeah.
did not see it
But
coming. He's like,
also,
what?
so what was the Williams overtake scene, yeah, with Albon and him, where their team orders were not obeyed, and then there was drama.
Yeah, there was, I mean, clearly, but Albon clearly justified
Azeem,
whatever it
there
was.
was masala in your team also. Don't try to just
Are
Just
Yeah,
skip all
but
that.
the thing is, then that team brought results, so
Yes.
they're okay. So then
See,
in
there
the
was
end,
but Sherry,
all is forgive.
Sherry, we had masala, you had chai. All right, it's very different. But no, I mean, listen, he did the job, and also I'm sorry, but the broadcasters did not do justice to the Sainz move on Leclerc because we didn't get to see the the
Yeah.
right angle. Also because Albon
Yeah.
was overtaking Antonelli at the exact same time.
Same time. Yeah.
But that was like proper filthy overtake where he shows him the inside, dummies, goes on the outside. Oh, outstanding. So good. Like Carlos has always had like amazing racecraft. I feel you give him a car that's that works, and he's like got the smarts, he's got the ability. He doesn't typically make too many mistakes in like wheel to wheel battles and all of that. So
भाई उसके नाम में कार है.
yes, उसके नाम में loss भी है, but let's not say that.
But he was pissed after the race. He's released a statement and all, na, saying that I don't race this way, and like what basically it was not cool what Albon did.
Yeah,
As a
ठीक है, they'll
teammate.
figure it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're
But
both
again,
big
no, it's
boys.
just that whenever the two drivers that are equally matched in the car, it's always gonna happen. But yeah, I guess they'll figure it out. But
Also, I think it was such a good weekend for the team in general. I think both of them were obviously trying to prove that they
Yeah,
are
yeah.
like the
Yeah.
better driver, obviously.
yeah,
Yeah, I
No,
mean,
for
this is
sure.
clearly the James Vowles effect, and like I'm hoping that this is like more, like we've many times we've had a lot of midfield teams, even Haas, Aston
Yeah.
Martin,
yeah.
Racing Bulls, like where they're there or thereabouts at the start of the season
then
or
it
whatever,
falls
then it
away,
like
yeah.
sort of falls away because they're not able to keep up with the development pace or whatever.
Yeah.
But if like where all James Vowles stands over here, and like
Yeah.
he seems to have this more like long-term vision for it. They've got that bigger investment group coming in or whatever. If they
Also,
can really,
there's so much more you
Yeah.
can do when you're not crashing one out of two cars every
Exactly.
weekend. And I'm not even like being funny here.
yeah,
When
Yeah,
you're not crashing
totally.
one out of two and your entire sort of mechanics and
Yeah.
technical department is not just
Yeah.
focused on rebuilding a broken thing, I'm
Yeah,
sure
totally.
also just the data you're getting out of your car now is reliable, right?
Yeah.
Because you
And
know
way
that with
better.
a Sainz
Yeah.
and an Albon
Yeah.
in it, you've got
And
two
they're
people that
sharing
are
data
pushing
as
the
well.
car to
They're
whatever limit
sharing
is
data,
possible.
yeah, exactly.
As
yeah.
opposed to when a sergeant is there, okay, we don't know what the car can do because we don't know if this guy can take the car there. Right?
Sergeant was
So-
more like crash testing. They're like, okay, this is
Yeah.
what the car can withstand safety wise. So they're like, that was more like wall development. Like F1 found out more about
Yeah.
their barriers.
Got Tech Pro barriers.
Yes. I think that they should be paying Williams. But smash likes, friends, if you're enjoying the stream, and also please subscribe if you're new to the Sidepod. We are India's first and only vibes first and facts later F1 podcast.
Yeah, right.
Also, BT Dubs will quickly do a roundup of so for
Lot of
the
Miami.
yes, very nice. for the Gridmaster competition, we
Oh,
had
yeah.
the winner takes all. So we have Jet Adani, who won with 315 points with Sainz and Hamilton. What great choice.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
So quite interesting that he managed to do that. But McLaren as constructor, we had Arjun S. Ravi in P7 also BT dubs.
What?
Yes.
What?
With Sainz and Norris. How did you afford this
Oh.
package?
Yeah.
Sainz, Norris,
Yeah.
Ferrari. Well done.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, how is that an
These,
acceptable
seven
combination?
overall or like 7 in amongst the 4 of us? No.
No, no.
What are
Overall.
you talking about? What's wrong with you?
Arjun, yaar, come on.
Arjun, wow.
Yeah.
No, but you're
Hey,
seventh
I-
overall.
I
If you're
would be
seventh
number one.
amongst the 4 of us, you should be
I thought I would be
That's
number one
probably
in the
me.
team name
That's
category
probably
this
me.
time.
Yeah.
Like I think I had the best team name.
Yeah,
for
no,
the
but
whole
we had the so what was Daddy Issues was great, but unfortunately I couldn't give you the prize. So the winner
Oh.
for we had promised you that the best name gets Senna
Hmm.
merch, and the winner is Aman Saraf, whose name of team was Ded Hajar Dega, which was very nice. So funny. Aman Saraf, please send an email to. I'll put the email address in the chat, so you can send an email and they will send you your merch. And now I will put the internal leaderboard of us. I haven't seen it yet, but I have
There's
done
no
very
reason to
badly.
do any
I have
such
done
thing.
very badly.
There's no reason to put any
Oh
leaderboard.
no!
leaderboard.
Look at
Just-
this.
I
So
don't- I
Arjun
don't
play
wanna
for
Ravi,
see
friendship.
it.
Listen,
I
I
play for
do not want
friendship.
to see it.
Arjun and Sherry did fairly quite well. Arjun 257 with the daddy issues, Sainz, Norris, Ferrari. Sherry Shroff finished 11th BT dubs, just outside the points for
Oh,
Sherry.
shit.
Oh.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
oh my
Sherry
God.
Shroff with Sherry Lady team. Very nice
That
name
was
also.
not my name.
Then I don't know who is. Oh, I think it's because they just
Because
give you
of
a
our
name.
thing, they've given me.
They just gave a name.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. What the heck?
I love it. I was like, I'm not such a
I was like,
narcissistic
I was
prick
like
to
very-
be like sherry lady. Mera
No,
naam.
we
I was
love
like
it.
very
Because-
modern talking vibes. Interesting, nice.
Mine was there's a new Kimi on the grid, I think. My
I think it
OG
was, yeah.
team, but because it was I couldn't make it online and I had to send
Huh.
you guys.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Then we had Sherry with Antonelli and Hulkenberg and McLaren, so that worked out reasonably well. Then we had Azeem Manatwala very low down at 25th with team name Will Liam Lawson.
But buddy, I always got your back, literally.
Yes, thank
I
you.
will be lowest.
Well, if you're
always.
picking Kick Sauber, yaar, Rohan, every week, then what to
You know
do?
what? Because by the time I get to the team,
There's
the money's
nothing
over.
exactly.
The
Yeah.
money's over. And there's just kick Sauber. What to do? What to do?
It's
Not on
like,
me.
just to
Damn
get that
game.
combination of like
Damn
driver
game.
and team
Yeah.
is just like
Why
ah,
did you kick Sauber, dude? Come
Because that's
on.
literally the only
there's
option
no
I had
one else.
left.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was panicking, like, oh shit, what if I'm late or whatever? So I was like, later.
No,
At
but
that point,
he-
you're like, I hope my predicted lap time
Come
for
on,
the
I
race
have
works out.
dude, I have Antonelli and Pias-Three. That's
As
not a bad
drivers,
driver
which is-
pick.
That's
Come
not
on.
bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you
exactly.
can't, but you
Yeah,
can't
but-
turbo driver either of them, no.
Why
You'd allowed me to
Antonelli,
turbo drive
I-
Antonelli.
even I
Oh,
could
okay,
have turbo
Antonelli.
drive
Oh, yeah,
Antonelli.
Antonelli, you can turbo
yeah,
drive.
yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
That's why I chose him because I was like, oh, chal, then there's a
Okay.
chance to get
Exactly.
more.
Okay. Yeah, well, but that's how it was. So let me just put this email address in the chat for Aman to
Sad
claim
time.
his reward. Where
Arjun
it
will
is.
get you a new cap.
Yes, but unfortunately
Yeah,
for
no.
Arjun, this was the winner take all. So we have
Sad.
yes, very
Sad,
sad.
no.
sad.
Sad for me.
Okay, so Aman, if you're in the chat, please send your email to there. And yeah, it was fun. Good 4 streams with Gridmaster. Hopefully, we'll have a few more as well. And we may be having an off to Qatar competition again. Let's see. Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows?
Uh,
Will
we know who
Azeem
will win.
Banatwala go
I
to
mean,
Qatar?
we are going to
again, yeah.
Qatar anyways.
Yeah,
as we said.
we are going. We're going on a revenge trip.
Our revenge
guys, it's okay. I
trip,
can disqualify myself from Qatar.
No.
Arre?
No.
Listen, right
No.
now I'm very bad.
We want righteous rage. We want a right to righteous rage.
Guys, y'all are sleeping on Arjun S. Ravi, who's consistently been in the points for every Gridmaster
That's
that
true,
we've
that's
had for the
true.
last
you
3
see now,
Yeah.
next week I'm not
Yeah.
going to choose
Like,
Kick Sauber
I'm
and I'm
with
going to
George
fuck you
Russell.
up.
I'm with George Russell right now. You know,
I'm
like,
gonna pick
surprise,
Liam
I'm on the
Lawson.
podium.
I'm gonna pick Liam Lawson and Bortoleto as my drivers,
my
and I'm
God.
gonna put
Of
all
course.
that, dump all my constructors' money into McLaren.
McLaren. Nice,
Dump it.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Okay.
Bortoleto, Hajar, let's go.
You don't need to get them for McLaren. I had McLaren,
Yeah.
I had Kimi Antonelli,
Yeah.
and
And
Haas.
still this happened.
I had Norris, Hulkenberg, and McLaren, so it's quite possible.
Brother. Then what you're giving me lecture for, brother?
Arey,
After
because,
saying Hulkenberg like this.
because
Which
I also
Moose
made
you are
mistake.
giving me then? Brother. Yeah,
but-
Hamam mein sab nange hai, guys, except Arjunsravi.
We had a few super chats left. Spencer said TV direction during SQ was horrible. Didn't get
In
to see
general,
it.
quite shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
quite
been like
bad.
the last couple of races.
Also,
actually.
guys, can I just say something very mean? If it's
Best-
okay.
Please say, please.
Like, guys, like, Miami looks very ugly, okay?
It does.
Like, I'm very sorry.
that
but
part
compared
of
to-
Miami,
yeah,
definitely.
Like,
It
compared
looks
to,
they're
like,
next
just
to,
the views
Yeah.
that you see
Yeah.
during a European race.
it looks like
versus
they're next to
they're
Miami
so pastoral. Dude, they're literally it's like that. And also, just you see these unsettling American things, right? Like, just like you
Yeah.
go past that bridge with just those flashing police car lights and like armed cops, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
when you're seeing drone shots also, right? Just the way the track is, there are parts where you can see like there's cargo storage and packing
Yeah.
just around the turn. It just looks very like,
This was not like what, when Will Smith famously
yeah,
Oh,
referenced
yeah.
Miami. This was not the image we had. In
yeah,
mind.
not even slightly. Like I
like,
can
yeah, yeah.
absolutely see why Dexter chooses to operate out of Miami specifically.
And why they artificially had to bring all the boats and
Correct.
all
Yeah, oh
over
God,
that
there
was
and,
just
do
like-
all of
Correct.
that, which they
I'm
still do, by
sorry.
the way. Like,
Yeah, but the
Fun
pools had
race.
water this time.
They put Pani this
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
yeah. There
yeah.
was
That's
no,
because it
like,
rained, fuckers.
Oh
Had
yeah.
nothing to do with them.
Oh yeah. Shit.
What's wrong
Didn't
with you?
realize.
It just rained.
Oh, that did not register at all.
Even I thought, I was like, oh my God, there's water.
क्या facility बना है भाई, बारिश की रात.
So then every
that way
Mumbai
the
builder should do
BMC
this
has
only.
made sure
Yeah.
we will have a pool everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah,
in
we've
Bombay
all got
right
our
now,
neighborhood
like,
pools.
pools are there ready, waiting for that first week of June.
Fair enough. But to complete
You
what
get a
Spence-
pool. You get a pool.
but in Mumbai you do not get a pull,
Oh,
Oh my.
which is my entire specialization
Yes.
as a comedian. May I say?
and and may I just say that in Bihar anyone can take pull.
Yes. But Spencer's super chat said didn't get to see any of the McLaren or Kimi laps nor the timings. Followed Hamilton for a whole lap for 3 yellow flag sectors. This is true. For 3 yellow sectors. This is true.
Yeah.
No, I still remember there was that other point also where I think it was the Max overtake. They were in the fucking tiny box for Max.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
right,
Pias-Three.
yeah.
While the actual this thing was
Yeah.
showing something else, it was infuriating.
Yeah.
Also, they were just too slow with the changes. I don't know why they started not like it
I
used
think
to
the
be so much more
Ferrari pit crew
dynamic
has
before.
taken over the
Yeah.
direction of the
No, it
TV
was not
direction
good.
Also, so they are checking. They're getting
Having
back.
a cup of tea while they're at it.
While they're at it.
Yeah.
Then we had Kshitij Srivastava says what Arjun did with his team was equal to a faster slap with 3 green sectors, no purple. Agreed. Very nice.
Deep.
And Sumdi mein Komdi Russell is back
Dude,
saying
that was, can you imagine you do a 4.5 second pit stop, think to yourself, this
Yeah,
sucks,
and
and
then
somehow you
they're
come
still
out
on the-
ahead of Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And the thing is, you didn't
Amazing.
do anything. You just
Yeah.
showed up there, okay? And now you are just there in your own race. What a guy.
this is Russell's tagline. It should be I was there.
I was there. He's such a I was there, guys. Speaking of I was there, guys. Bin Sulayem,
Yeah.
sir, wherever you are. Probably in
But
frame
he-
behind me right now.
To
Why
his
you have to
credit-
come in all photo, Mr. Bin Sulayem? Why? Why you have to be in every photo always? At some point, you just look like you need therapy or a
Yeah.
hug from a parental figure because, bro, you were too much after the race. Like, even
Yeah.
when they were like Zach was taking that McLaren selfie, you can see he like
Yeah.
wanted to be
Yeah.
there. He wanted to be there.
That's such a dad selfie also now.
Oh
with the,
God, yeah,
Yeah.
full on. But just, oh my God,
Like 2 arms have come in that selfie while he's taking it.
just oh.
Then Sumdi Komdi Russell says Williams को देख के मेरे आंखों में इतने आंसू आ गए कि मुझे लगा सही में बारिश गिर रहा है. Very nice
Very
reference.
good.
And yeah, okay. I think that more or less covers it. So smash a like, friends. If you joined later, or if you are new, first of all, please subscribe. And if you joined later, we're doing a screening of the Austrian Grand Prix in Mumbai in Lower Parel on the 29th. Early bird cheap tickets
Of
are
June,
out.
of June,
Oh,
to be
of
clear.
June. Sorry, sorry,
Of
sorry.
June,
Yes.
yeah.
Of
Of
June.
June, of June. Sorry, we are checking. But yes, please get tickets. We've already sold, I think more than 10 have been sold while this stream was on only. There's like 40 cheap tickets, and then they'll be more expensive after that. And yeah, FNB is there at the venue. We're trying to get a sponsor for Alks as well, and maybe we'll be able to serve Alks and stuff. But otherwise, Khana Pina, snacks, big screen, and us will be there. So enjoy, and we will see you all soon. Thank you for tuning into the Sidepod. Ticket link, by the way, is in the description if you need it. A quick plug, I'm coming to Dubai, Oman on the 14th and 15th of, sorry, 13th and 14th of June. So if you're there and you would like to come, please come. And Chennai and Hyderabad also this month. That's about all I have. Rohan, anything you need to plug?
Not for this month. There's no shows, but I will be in Australia in December, guys. I have announced Australia
Ooh,
tour. I'll
very
be in
nice.
Australia in December, so I know it's very early, but if anybody who watches is in Australia, if you have friends in Melbourne or in Sydney, call them over. First week of December, I will be there. Quite excited.
Aussie summer also you're getting. Very
Exactly.
nice. Very nice.
Amazing.
Good. Do Adelaide also. It's damn fun.
Okay, chal, done. I
I
will add
had
it.
damn good fun in Adelaide.
Okay, chal. I will add it.
Okay, chalo. Hey, Adelaide used to have an F1 circuit also, no? At one
It
point.
did.
Yeah, yeah,
Very
yeah.
famously, the
Yes.
96.
Oh, that
no,
was the
94
Schumacher,
World,
Schumacher
94 World
Damon Hill
Championship was
wala, na?
decided
Yes.
there against Damon
Yes.
Hill. Yes,
Yes.
1994. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Cool. Chalo. Milte hain, friends. Thank you for tuning in. Love you. See you soon. We will see you. When is next race? Oh, by the way, hello. Predictions we forgot.
Oh.
Oh.
How can we leave without predictions, guys?
Oh.
This is our
far,
entire
I have
social
not
media
given
strategy.
any
Correct.
thought.
It's Monza, right?
No, Imola.
No.
Imola, sorry.
Yes.
Imola, my bad.
Emilia
Imola.
Romagna. Okay.
Emilia, oh, the
Romagna.
Grand Premiere
Yeah.
there,
Yes.
Emilia Romagna.
Yes, the unending
16th,
sponsor, the
the
Aqua
16th
Minerale Bisleri.
16th to 18th May, 10 days.
16, 10 days. Okay, so not this week. Okay.
Okay. Top 3 and wild prediction. Let's go.
Okay, chal. I will start because why not?
Nick
Chal.
Sauber.
Pastry, shut up your mouth, okay? Chal. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go,
Yeah.
okay? So, Pastry,
Yeah.
Max, Lando, and wild prediction, one Kick Sauber in points.
Oh.
Oh.
One Kick Sauber in point. Fuck you, Arjun. I stand by my man.
Okay.
Fine, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Kimi Antonelli puts it on pole again in his home race. This will be his home race, right?
yes.
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
this is his
Yeah,
home race. Yeah,
yeah.
technically it's an Italian Grand Prix. It's his home race. I'm saying Kimi Antonelli puts it on pole on Saturday, but the race winner I feel will be Lando Norris.
Okay. Sherry?
I'm gonna go with Pias-Three, Kimi, and just gonna throw in some hope with Lewis in third. Just because I mean
that's
we're
your wild
going this
prediction.
wild that I might as well throw it in
Technically,
there
this
at
will be Ferrari's
Italianos,
first home
exactly,
race
yeah, exactly.
with Lewis.
So I'm
as well.
thinking Kimi, Lewis, like I mean, you know.
तू भी Kick
and,
Sauber बोल ही ले. इतना हो गया.
Wait, what date is it? The race? Did you say?
18.
16th to the 18th.
16th to 18th.
I'm just trying to see what weather is for Imola because
It'll be European summer. Chances of rain maybe.
Chances,
Also.
yeah.
okay. All right. So I am going to say because it is a single DRS track, difficult to overtake. I think Max puts it on pole and wins from pole. I'm going to say Piastri second. I'm going to say Antonelli third.
Ooh, nice.
And wild prediction is that not so wild prediction is that Norris will get bullied by Verstappen again.
It's not a prediction. You're just talking about
Yeah.
things that happen in races.
Facts. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
there shall be a pit stop.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
There's my prediction.
That's some Will Buxton shit, dude. You know?
Okay, there will be 2 safety cars.
Okay, there we
Oh,
go.
okay.
Actually,
Now
no, it's
talking.
very difficult to get 2 safety cars.
That's
will
why
be-
it's a wild prediction.
Yes. Okay, fine. Wild AF. 2 safety
Yeah.
cars. Okay, chalo, we are done. Thank you, friends.
Basically,
This
ensuring that this race will not even have a yellow flag.
Correct.
That's what your prediction has ensured.
Correct.
no.
Like,
No,
Yes.
Michael,
Even a
no.
yellow
Yes,
This
that
is
is
so
what you
not
have done.
right.
one
That is what you have
stopper
done.
without yellow flag.
We have
you know?
cursed this race.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have cursed
Oh,
it
no.
to normalcy.
Cursed it.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. So yeah, please smash like before you leave. Please subscribe. Also follow us on Instagram if you want to see us in this
Yeah.
format, but with memes and fun edits.
Yes, basically, come on,
And
youths.
our predictions never
Basically,
come
use
true.
use
Yeah, we're
those
putting-
memes to share
Yeah.
with people why they should come
Exactly.
and watch this live. Yes.
Mm.
But yeah, okay, chalo. Farewell, friends. See you all in a couple of weeks. Goodbye.
Alvida.
Goodbye.